Brought to you by Lister Pros TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Jordan Nielsen here, host of Real Estate Pros on Lister Pros TV, and today we're in our Tempe, Arizona studio with Matt Kochis of Keller Williams East Valley.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good morning.
Long time no see, Matt.
I know. Are we really reviewing that episode? Or?
No, we'll just let it be.
All right.
You know?
So,
No. But I did see you this week, and you're out there active in the real estate community. I saw some when I was riding my bike. I just so happened to see about 6 Keller Williams homecoach.com signs along the street. So
that was us. That's our team. We're out there. You know, I got a group of great people that love doing the open houses on the weekends, and they do a fantastic job.
That doesn't make your heart skip an extra beat. You're like, I'm going to do an open house this weekend.
No, not me.
You got to do the personality.
It's you got to find. That's what I love about this business. There's so many different ways to do business, and you just find what you want to do, and then dig in there and do it, and you can be successful. So no, it's not for me, but I love supporting them on it, getting them great signs. We got literally, I think they're 15-foot feather flags that people love seeing those, and then it gets the neighbors over to see what we're doing. Is it those
tall ones that are kind of skinny? Does it say open house or something?
It says that they're cloth and they just float in the wind.
What about the big inflatable guys that arms?
We haven't done that yet.
Level up, man. I want to see 6 of those guys.
Or the balloon, the big orange no builder balloons.
Yeah.
No, everything we try and do, I think it's important that everything you do be scalable but also efficient. So everyone's like, well, you need balloons for open house signs. Hey, listen, no argument, balloons draw attention, but they're not worth to me, what does it take, an hour? Getting blown up, throw them, wrestle them in the trunk, trying to shut the trunk, you get one sneak out. You open the trunk, you forgot you had them in there, it all float away, now you just wait. And they're not cheap, and then they're not reusable for obvious reasons. So stuff like that we avoid, but the feather flags, they're not that expensive. They go in the ground super easy. They fold up pretty nice.
Have you ever lost one with the monsoon wind?
No, because we take them down. We don't leave those up. That's not too bad. And then the thing I found is they kind of disappear on the main corners anymore. If you ever roll up to a corner, the dry cleaner and the tailor and the donut shop, and they all have them, and you don't even notice them anymore.
Yeah.
But when you're driving and it's one of the main turn-in roads to a neighborhood, and you see one of these, they stand out, along with the other signs, and it's okay. So it just, it gets people thinking, there's an event going on over here. This is going down. We better check this out, even if you're not looking for open houses. So, it's been good. We do that. We do a little Facebook advertising with them. That's what
I was going to ask. I was going to say, you guys, you've been in the business for a while. Open house is part of your strategy. I was going to ask, what are the things that you do to drive good traffic to open houses?
So signage is key, getting it out on Zillow and making sure it's on realtor.com, because that's how clients, I had a guy last weekend, he started and put the signs out front of the house and people started coming in. He never even got to put up the rest of the signs, and then someone wanted to make an offer. So now he's writing an offer. And he's like, and people, there's no signs out except for in front of the house. And people are still showing up.
Really?
He's like, where are you guys coming from? So he realized then that people are online. They're on Zillow. They're looking for open houses, and they're just going on the map, right? So, so we make sure that they're out there on the map. And then we're doing some social media event boosting. The Facebook events they just put a lot into that. I just feel like there's a lot of ways to target people who actually might be looking for open houses. Mm-hmm. And, if they're in the area and driving by and it's got this event, and they can, did I just make a whole bunch of noise by shaking?
Oh, no,
it's
no,
like earthquake. It's been good. It's been good. We get 6 to 12 people through our open houses, groups, every time we do one, and then we use a system to automatically capture their information, send them out. Once they come in, they log in. Now they're set up with a market area
like
search.
You have an iPad registration, or how do you manage that?
Yeah, so the agents all just have their laptops, and they just say, hey, can you sign in real quick? And
like a paper sign-in sheet, and then they input it?
No, we're just electronic. It's
okay,
just
so you hand them the computer, and they log in?
Yeah, or the tablet. The tablet makes it super easy. And there's I think it even has a Facebook login option on it. So people just, punch, done.
Oh, yeah.
So
is that a Keller Williams tool, or is it like a
It's a tool developed by Keller Williams' agent, Ben Kenny. You know Ben?
No.
So I'm surprised.
Sorry, I'm not.
Yeah, well, you're geeky like me.
Yeah,
you have your men crushes on some geeks out there. Ben's my guy. Like so it's this whole CRM, Brivity, and it does some cool stuff, man. The coolest and the reason I chose it is, I think in this industry, when we're at a time where people feel we don't do anything, and that's our own fault because we don't communicate with them what we do. And the problem with that is if I took the time to tell every client exactly what I was doing every day, I wouldn't get anything done, right? And it's this catch-22. Well, Brivity allows us to manage our task, and then as we complete our task, it automatically notifies our client what we've done.
Yeah.
And then it'll give them links to it too. So I just love that from the customer service standpoint.
Sure.
We do a lot for people, and we want them to know. So
everybody's in the loop, and I think that's good from a communication standpoint, and allows you to be more effective as an agent, because obviously, your big thing is trying to get out there and generate more business and do different things. When you're constantly doing these, whatever you can automate that frees you up to grow, focus more on your business is good.
Well, yeah, and everybody, the biggest concern, it's the question I ask every buyer and every seller, is what's the one thing I can do to get fired? Like, what's the one thing to do that would make this the worst experience you've ever had? And every single one of them, it's don't ignore me. Like, if you ignore me or don't get back to me, it's gonna be over. That's it. They just want to know you're there, and we're busy. So, how do you automate? Hey, I'm here, and we're doing stuff for you. That was the ticket. So anyhow, Brivity takes in their information, sends them a thank you, puts them on an automatic drip for the neighborhood. So anything's going down market-wise over there, and then obviously it tags it that it was in that open house.
Yeah.
And the best part is, this is the best part for my agents. Everyone's not like us. I realize that. I'm a geek, and there's things I don't do well. So setting something up is no big deal to me. But for other people, it's got to be simple. All you have to do is go to my website. You go to the listing, and at the end of it, you just tag it /open house, and boom, it automatically generates the whole registration form.
Oh, really?
Sets the whole thing up. Yeah.
Easy.
It's super, super cool.
So then it just connects. So then whenever that's the registration form, so then it automatically
dumps them in the CRM and hooks them up, auto drips, the whole bit. So pretty neat. But yeah, open houses are a big part of our business. Sphere is our first. We push that like crazy. It's just, if you're in real estate and you don't like people, you're just not going to survive. So the people on our team, they all like people. They got friends. And, the most important thing you can do as a realtor is stay in front of your friends and let them know that's what you're doing.
Sure.
Because it's just a relationship business. There's a lot of experience that we bring to the table. There's a lot of expertise that are needed in certain areas. But at the end of the day, if you don't like your realtor and don't trust them, it's going to be a miserable experience. Even if they're a great realtor, you're just it's going to be zero fun. So we do a lot of events. We're going to start rolling out some video just to, instead of emails and things people have to read, because that's who reads anymore? The audio books is the greatest thing ever, because I wouldn't read anything anymore. But so we're doing some of that, and just trying to stay in front of people. It sounds so easy, but when you're busy, it's not. It's just not easy.
Right. So in this part of your stage of your business, because we know you start in the real estate industry, you're usually working by yourself, and now it seems like you have some agents that you work with. So how are you guys structured? Are you looking to bring people onto your team, or how do things operate from I don't know if you call yourself team coach or
or how do they work on the home coach team?
Yeah, home coach team. There you go.
Well, my partner and I, Casey, when we sat across the table one day, it was like, do we want to form a team? Do we want to do this? The original idea was just for her and I to work together and kind of share some of the workload, and if I own something, then she has it too, and just those efficiencies. And we had a couple people follow us over that were great agents, and we're like, listen, we just, we'll tell you what we know, how we got here, but also having them to leverage ourselves. Like, I'm able to do more business because I know, I don't hesitate to tell a buyer, just tell me when in the weekend. Because if it's not me, I've got somebody else. Like, somebody else can pick that up and run with it. And I was losing so much business. I didn't realize it until this year, because now we're not losing it. And it's like, wow, we missed out on a lot. The consistency of open houses. Like, I've got people that want to do open houses. That's great marketing. I mean, it's like, it really is for the money. It's some of the best marketing you can do. Now we got open houses all the time. We never did them because I didn't do them. But as we grow, I need a listing agent badly. So if someone's out there, God bless you. So if someone's out there, if one of you 5 people watching this, no, I do need a listing agent bad. And I was a couple years at 12 to 15 deals a year, right in there. And I think there's a major hurdle there for a lot of agents, because you're just on the border. Like, you kind of have a transaction coordinator, but they're only doing one a month. So they're not that into you anyway. And you're just at the point where you got a little bit for extra marketing, but it's just so hard to scale from there and really triple, double up from that. But getting on the teams enabled us to do that. And our whole thing is, we try and be super fair. I've been told we're being overly generous with the splits. They're actually cheaper on my team than, I don't know how much I can talk about this, but anyway, they're fair. No. People seem to be having no complaints. And then we're actually have a big team announcement tomorrow about a lead gen system we're bringing on to get more buyer leads.
Cool.
So we just, constantly pour back into the team. If everyone wins, we win, right, at the end of the day. And I'm in this business. I really like helping people. So if I can help people that are on my team versus coaching or anything like that, then that's even better.
Right.
So, yeah.
So in addition to the team dynamics, what's the draw? What makes you different to buyers and sellers? Why do buyers and sellers hire you guys to or I guess what's your differentiator in the marketplace?
I'm extremely good looking.
Yeah.
So it's just if you're going to choose a good looking agent, why wouldn't you go with this guy?
Yeah.
It's clearly that's not the reason. We, 2 years ago, probably now, I do, and I'm not ashamed of it, we do offer discounted listings. Mm-hmm. I realized a long time ago, I'd much rather have 5 listings than one buyer, out there working, or one listing at full price. Number one, the fairness in me, we're not doing so much all the time. Buyers, legitimately, sometimes you'll lose money on a buyer, right? If you're out there more than a couple weekends and you're running the whole process after on the backside. But on a listing, there's so much I can automate, right? And so I found this wonderful company to take photos and put in signs and hang lock boxes, and it wasn't Lister Pros. No, just kidding. Of course it was you guys. I mean, being able to leverage professionally, and now I'm not being a photographer anymore. And now I'm not worried about putting a little rinky-dink sign in the yard. And so I'm able to get these giant, massive marketing programs going for cheap. And I think photos and video and drone and Matterport and all these things that's massive marketing. And then we focus on optimizing the listing. That's our thing is, how do you look online? Because everyone's going to find you online. It's going to start there. That's the first impression. What's your first impression look like? And just our partnership with Lister Pros, man, I can't even tell you. It's so great. And when it's not great, then you guys make it great. Right? It's, hey, this really sucked. Or, hey, for the first time in 40 pictures shoots, we missed a bathroom. And like same day, we got it done. Here they are. Boom. Like that's fantastic. Like that's all you can ask for in a partner. So we leveraged those abilities to market efficiently. And then because I'm not doing it, I'm able to just keep going after listings. I think people are afraid to do that, the discount, because they're afraid they won't be able to find listings. If in this day and age with data and indicators out there being what they are, if you don't know how to put yourself in front of people who want to sell their home within the next 3 months, you're just not doing it right. And we're able to do that and get in front of them. And so I'm a quantity guy. People say it's my ego. I don't know, whatever. But I'd much rather have 50 sales in a year and make the same as if I had, 10 at full price. That's just who I am. And so, yeah, I don't remember what the very first part of the question was, but that's part of our business is discount listings. And, we couple that with people that are buying. It's got to be a reason. It's got to make sense. If it's going to be a super difficult listing, then, we point out what we're going to have to do marketing-wise, the extra links we're going to have to go to. The higher dollar ones, like we got to charge more just because, listen, a home sells in 2 weeks. Like it's good. Like it couldn't possibly have taken that much of our time, which is the only thing I really have to charge for. I got a listing that's, $800,000. It's got to sit for 6 months, and every week we're doing updates and follow up and tweaking this and sending out that marketing and putting this flyer up and doing this video and doing this blog and doing this home tour. Yeah, that's all time. All time. So yeah, you got to charge more there. But anyhow, what was the question?
I guess that's part of the question. Where value add from different agents. So saving people money by doing. Do you do flat fee or just discounted rate, or do you have like an algorithm? Does everybody get it, or is it just certain one? Like you said, some are more work than others.
Yeah, not everyone gets it. It does. The property has to qualify. There's several qualifying factors. One of them for sure. If you're going to buy with us, then we can work something out for sure. But usually, we're trying to pick people up that have already saved us on the marketing dollars. So for sale by owners, expired, canceled, those are usually the qualifying parameters because a big majority of our costs in marketing is actually finding our own clients, finding business. So when I don't have to do that as a cost, then I can reduce, right?
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Awesome. So, are you guys looking to bring on more agents? What are you looking for, or just you're good where you're at?
We're kind of good where we're at. I would love a listing agent.
You're just looking for a listing
someone
agent.
to go out, during the days.
I think
do that.
People like doing that. It seems like most people are always asking for a buyer agent.
Yeah,
right?
I've got a great group of people that love to do the buy side. And it's a lot of fun. I love it. I like going out looking at homes and. But on the listing side, I don't know. Yeah, we'll find someone soon.
Sure.
And I've been doing it, so we haven't really been actively looking, but ready to kind of sit down with more systems and run some of the more of the marketing for the team and keep that going. So, yeah, it's been good.
Awesome. So if somebody watching this show is an agent, maybe they're interested in that position you have on the listing agent side right now, or just want to ask you some questions, or a buyer or seller that may be interested in hiring you and your team as, to represent them, how do people get a hold of you?
Yeah, homecoach.com with a K. So HOMEKOACH.com. And all our information's on there. It's actually my cell phone number. Probably have to change that eventually, but that's, it goes straight through. It's not even a Google Voice or anything. But yeah, super easy to get a hold of us, and would love to talk to anybody. And then agents on the west side, I always forget about that. I mean, we got no presence over there. Occasionally get business, and it's so hard to get out of the west. It is. When you're busy, it's like, when you're not busy, it's like,
just don't go over there during rush hour traffic.
But it's always the west side's always rush hour, it seems like to me. I don't know. You go out on a Sunday and you're like, oh yeah, crud, there's a game out here today, and there's just traffic everywhere. I don't know how people live in the west side. As an east sider all my life. It's been good. What about you guys? What
about us?
What are you? I mean, I see you guys.
Hey, this
doing all that
interview is
stuff.
for me to ask.
I know.
You
I just get excited about the geek stuff. Like, I want to know tech wise. What do I need to prep for?
For what?
Like, what do you? So, there's the Zillow videos now.
Yeah.
And then Zillow's doing the 360 tour, but that thing's. Is anyone doing that?
Yeah, we are, but they have some pretty big like software issues with their system. And then also, I got an email last week regarding changing to their algorithm. Where you get extra boost.
Yeah. For having
that's
the video.
not quite the case. Right. For having video in 3D, so you're always ranked towards the top.
Which is what we do.
But they're changing that, right? So it's not you'll get a boost, but you're not gonna get necessarily the double. I think they're running into issues where they're maybe feeding the wrong listings to the wrong person just because they have video in 3D. So
gotcha.
They're changing. That was just a minor change to their algorithm.
We haven't been running the 3D. We've only been running the video, and we're seeing ourselves at the top every time.
Yeah, just with video, the 3D. It's a
Yeah.
It's a headache because we commit to customers to do something, and we get out there and their software doesn't want to work, and then it just really dampens the experience, which is what we're all about, right?
Right.
We're all about we don't claim to be perfect, but like you said, we miss a bathroom, we're out there right away to make it right.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, and you stay in your lane too. Like you guys you guys don't dig holes and take photos.
Right.
Like, I think that's
not
important.
Anymore. It was a challenge back in the day.
Well, you were trying to do what's best for your clients.
Sure. There's a difference between a convenient service of having one person that can do all this stuff versus hiring a media professional and talented people in that realm of things. Because when we interviewed people for that role, it was like, I'm not really interested in doing that other stuff, but I'll do this.
Yeah. Well, I found that I don't really want a post up when I have photos done. I want my photos done early.
And from a customer experience standpoint, from your clients, it's like you talk it up. Oh, we're gonna take these phenomenal pictures, but then you see the same person digging a hole. You're like, really? Like, is this the
Exactly.
It's just the perception, I think,
more
than anything. No knock on who's doing that, but it's there's a perception thing that comes with it. But
yeah, no, play your role. Like I'm a big I coached high school football forever. It's like you don't have linemen be wide receivers. Maybe for fun once in a while, but like that's not. You're not gonna win doing that.
You put the safeties on the line.
Yeah, like it's not like third grade where you're like anyone can play any position they want. Like you get a lane and then you stay in it and you get really good at that. What you do.
Yeah, and that's also a big thing. For us.
Yeah. Well, I mean, imagine you can get even actually better photographers when you tell them they don't have to dig holes.
If you're looking at it, while we're on the topic, if you're looking at it, it is two completely separate businesses. One is inventory management and that side of things. One is the creative, and they don't really intertwine very easily.
No.
You got your hard manual labor stuff, and then anyways, it's just nice to be able to have a more diverse workforce.
Well, it beats the agents that think they're photographers.
Yeah.
With their iPhones.
Yeah. Pretty much anybody can beat those guys.
If your agent took a picture of your house with their iPhone and put it on the internet, call me.
Matt will take good care of you. Awesome, Matt. Well, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy day as a real estate agent.
Thanks for having me.
Joining us on Real Estate Pros, and we will see you guys on the next episode.